guys, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you my April TBR. So I have 10 different books that I would like to read this month, and we're going to get right on into it. The first book I want to read this month is To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Christo. I received this book in my March Shelf Love Crates. This is supposed to be like a dark retelling of The Little Mermaid. From what I understand, our main character, the mermaid, is actually a siren, and for some reason she ends up getting banished to the human world, which for her is horrible. And she ends up having some sort of forbidden romance or an enemies to lovers romance in here. I am super excited to read this, and I just can't wait. It sounds super interesting. Next, I have Illuminati by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This would actually be a reread for me. I have not read this in a while, and so I do think it is time for a reread. This book here follows our two main characters of Katie and Ezra, and this is like a sci-fi epic. There is suspense, romance, action. There is so much stuff going on in this book, and they are super quick to read. This one takes place after, I believe, some sort of like invasion or something on their planet, and they are trying to escape. Again, this book is just amazing. I think I gave it 5 out of 5 stars last time I read it, and so I am super excited to read this again. Right after that one, I want to read Gemina. This is the second book in the Illuminati Files series, so this is also by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This one follows two different main characters, Hannah and Nick. It starts right after the events of Illuminati, and I do remember being a little bit thrown off because they were different characters at the beginning of this, but again, I lost myself in the book completely. Again, they're quick reads, even for how thick they are, just because of the fact that I could not put them down. And so I have to read this one again so that I can pick up Obsidian. This is the third and final book in the Illuminati Files trilogy. This one did come out in March, and I just did not have a chance to pick it up last month. But it was probably a good thing because I do think I need that reread. This one is actually going to follow two other main characters as well, Asha and Reese. And from what I understand, this is going to be a big conclusion to all three of the books. So I am expecting some of the events and consequences of the previous two books to show up in this one. I am so excited to read this. I'm so sad that it's going to be over because this has been one of my favorite series for the last couple years. But again, I'm just so excited to read these. They will be something that as soon as I pick up, this is all I'm going to be doing. I would also like to read Moonstruck Volume 1, Magic to Brew. This is by Grace Ellis and Shay Beagle. This is one that I saw at my work, Barnes & Noble. The art style is what caught my eye right away. I did not quite know what all of this was about, but from what I can tell, it looks like a semi-contemporary story, for the plot line at least. However, in this world, there are magical elements, there are werewolves, and I saw somebody that looked almost like a Medusa, and so I am super excited to get into this. The next book I would like to read is Dear Erin by Mariana Zapata. Mariana Zapata is somebody that I have read multiple books from, and she is like the queen of slow burn romance. All of her books are over 500 pages. She does have a tendency to write books that have a sports element in them, which is sort of funny because I would usually never pick that up, but I had heard amazing things and I just had to pick it up. And even though it has those sports elements in them, I absolutely love the stories. She has great characterization, and it is, like I said, a slow burn romance. Again, it's all just based on those characters' feelings, and they're great. This one here is actually not sports related. This one follows our main character of Ruby, and she had signed up for a program where she writes letters to a soldier who is stationed overseas, hence the Dear Erin. And so from the summary, I guess she ends up falling in love with the guy she's writing letters to. I have no other idea of what's going to happen in this. All I'm expecting is a really nice, super cute slow burn romance, so I'm very excited for that one. The next book I have here is actually an ARC copy for a book that will be coming out on May 1st. This is a copy for The Perfect Mother by Amy Molloy. This is a book that I did receive from my work. Again, I work at Barnes & Noble, and every so often we will get these advanced reader copies where if we think it sounds interesting, we can pick it up, read it, and if we like it, we might end up recommending it to a customer. I am actually not one that is usually into adult suspense novels, because that is exactly what this is. However, I picked it up on a break, and I didn't have anything else to read, so I decided I was going to give a book a try, and as soon as I started reading it, the writing style was just that flow that I actually really like. So this one here follows a group of mothers that apparently all had their babies in the same month, and after one day of them all sort of going out at night away from their children to have a mother's night out, one of them comes home and her baby has been taken. It's missing. We have no idea what's going on with that, and that's all I know. I'm actually very excited for this because, like I said, the flow and the style of it is right up my alley, and I haven't read a really good adult suspense novel in a while, so I'm very excited to jump into this. The next book I would like to read this month is Cersei by Madeline Miller. This will be coming out on April 10th, so as soon as that shows up in my bookstore, I will definitely be purchasing that. I read The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller in 2015 and absolutely loved it. According to her Goodreads author profile, she did earn a BA and MA in the classics, and you can definitely tell with her writing style. I know when I was reading Song of Achilles, I could tell she did her research. I thought she did an amazing job taking an Iliad story and giving us more specifics on Achilles in specific, but also with all of that sort of culture and classics that came with it. This book here is going to be following Cersei, who is a character in the Odyssey. I am super excited to find out exactly what we are going to get in this book. It sounds amazing. I love the cover, and I am just super excited for this one to be released. And then I also have The Case for Jaime by Brittany Cavallaro. This is the third book in the Charlotte Holmes series. I am still not entirely sure if I want to read this book. I absolutely loved the first book, but I did not like the second book. I did give more info on that in my March wrap-up. I will leave the link down below in case you guys want to see, but I'm going to leave this on my TBR for now. I don't think I will be reading this right away because of the fact that I think I needed to distance myself a little bit from the second book in this series, but I am going to leave it on my TBR because I am interested to see where this book is going to go. I thought the first book was a really great take on a Sherlock Holmes story, and so we'll see if I like this one. And then the last book I want to read this month is the Vale Diaries number 5. This book and series is published by an independent author, and so we actually don't have a title or cover or release date for this book beyond that it's supposed to be coming out sometime in April, probably close to the end of April. But this author has notoriously been known for releasing early on a whim, and so I'm not too worried that it's not going to come out this month. This is one of my absolute favorite series right now. It is a paranormal series that follows our main character of Lexi, who is somebody that can see ghosts. Within the first book, we do know that somebody has messed with the Vale, which is a part of, I guess, that other world between our world here and where the ghosts are supposed to move on to, and they have closed it off, so these ghosts get angry sometimes. There's lots of action in this series, lots of characterization. I love the relationship she has with family and friends, and I am super excited for this 5th book here. This author is amazing. I will probably do a video on her eventually because of the fact that she is actually so prolific in her writing right now. She started this series, I believe, in October or November of 2016, and we have 5 books coming out now. She releases one book usually every 3 to 4 months, and I absolutely love the way she's been telling the story. I am so excited for this. I actually have some books up here that are in the paperback version, but she is an independent author, so all of her books release first as an ebook. and then you will usually get them in paperback. I think she also does audiobooks as well, but those ones do take a little bit longer to come out. But again, I am just so excited for this series. This is like one of the only series that when each subsequent book comes out, I usually end up reading and then rereading it immediately because I just have to reread all of the tiny details and experience it all again. So I am just so excited it's going to be coming out. And so those were all 10 books that I want to read this month. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you're excited for any new books this month. Subscribe to this channel if you would like to see more videos. I have new videos up every Monday and Thursday, so I will see you then. Bye!